G'day everybody and welcome back to our playthrough of Valheim. I think it's episode 21, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, as you can see, terrible things happened at the end of the previous episode. We finally encountered the Elder, and he whooped our asses. And now we're almost naked, with just a pair of shorts. We need to retrieve all of our stuff out where the Elder resides, and I guess regather those ancient seeds to be able to summon him once more. So that's really what's going to be happening today. I'm not entirely sure what time it is, actually. We might want to have a sleep before we do anything else. Let's just grab some honey, and I don't think we really need any other foods. We should be able to just run there relatively efficiently with a little bit of stamina increase with the honey. Let's have a sleep here. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see if we can just sleep. And yeah, that's a little bit of a waste there. I wanted to use the Eikthyr buff to actually run there pretty quickly. Actually, no, the buff is still active, so we should still be able to use it. And yeah, let's have that honey and let's get going. Get our stuff. Now, one thing that I'm not entirely sure of, because when we... sorry, did I keep saying Eikthyr? Or... yeah, anyway. We've got the Eikthyr buff. We need to make it out to the Elder's altar, and again, as I said, we need to collect all of our stuff. One thing that I don't know is whether or not these bosses disappear once we die. I assume they do, and that we're going to have to sort of repeat the process of trying to get them, I guess, reawakened. But we shall see. If they haven't despawned or disappeared, then we're going to have a very, very hard time retrieving our stuff. I can tell you that. Let's try not to get wet. Yeah, I think in terms of facing off with the Elder, despite us dying, I don't think it's going to be that much harder. I mean, we've sort of developed a bit of a strategy where we're sort of utilizing the pillars that are around his altar to sort of block some of his attacks, and I think that's the right way to go about it. We just need to sort of make sure that we're not getting too cocky and not accidentally sort of getting stuck on stuff. And the real issue is, the Elder spawning all of his roots and preventing us from actually moving the way we want to move. So, just want to make sure that we don't get caught with any of these bushes either and accidentally get killed by one of these skeletons or trolls. Yeah, this is a little bit of a painful process, isn't it? Because we are really, really far from where we died. But yeah, hopefully we can get there without too much trouble. Just avoid fighting at all costs. I think those skeleton archers are probably ones to look out for when we're going through this process of running back to our bodies. Now, I can't imagine fighting any other bosses right now, considering how far away this one is, and the fact that it's taken us this long just to find it, and then, obviously traveling from the house to the boss and then fighting it is a bit of a process in itself. Hopefully, the next boss either A, won't be so far, or B, maybe there's like gonna be like more of a clearing nearby that we can use to try and set up camp or set up a base of some sort to try and, you know, approach the boss a little bit faster. Yeah, look at all of this. Oh my god, alright, no, I am completely wrong, guys. The Elder is here. Does it know where we are? I think it does. Oh man, alright, this is a really big problem. Okay, sorry guys, I'm probably going to be a little bit silent here because I'm really focused on trying to retrieve our stuff. Oh, okay, we made it. I'm just gonna retreat for a moment, guys, and obviously there's a few reasons for that. We've got gear that we need to put on, and food to eat as well. So let's just spend our time getting ready. Okay. Whew. I'm feeling much better now. We still have the Elder to fight though. And am I correct in my understanding here? But it does look like the Elder has had its HP restored. Could be wrong. Okay, just quickly getting rid of those skellies, and we're going to try and kite the Elder back to this original position that he spawned in. Oh man, there we go. See, we're definitely getting caught by those roots, and that is definitely a problem. Yeah, he's definitely recovered his HP as well, so... how are we doing for arrows? Not great. Only 16. Look, we're gonna have to make do. We do know that we can wail on him. We just need to sort of be a little bit careful about how we do that. Yeah, we're doing very, very minimal amounts of damage to the Elder right now. I'm not entirely sure maybe if it's a good idea for us to retreat, even. Like, retreat completely off this fight, and maybe we should continue crafting stuff. Maybe the sword is what we need. I mean, I'm not really sure if that's the case, but I'm just making guesses here. I'm not entirely sure if they're entirely educated. But look, let's see what we can do. This Elder is definitely recovering HP like more than we can actually do damage to it. So, you know, potentially this might not even be the best strategy. Yeah, let's just take a look at the rate at which he's recovering his HP there. We can barely do enough damage to try and do what we need to do. This will be a very, very long fight. That's probably doing the most amount of damage right there. Okay. Okay, so I think the smart thing here, guys, is to actually go back home. So we'll leave the Elder for now. I'm not too worried. I'm sure the Elder will just stick around to where he spawned. And yeah, I think the plan that I have, guys, is considering the Elder is some sort of a wood or slash tree entity, my thought process is that if we can use some form of fire damage, we might be able to sort of defeat him a little bit faster, because I'm not keen on spending an entire episode trying to fight him and needing to be extremely careful at every single point, because there's a likelihood that we might die if we make a single wrong move. So I think what we'll do is we'll go home, and my thought process is we'll craft fire arrows, and we'll have quite a large supply of those fire arrows before we go into our fight with him, and see if we can actually defeat him with those fire arrows primarily. I'm not sure how much bronze we can make right now. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if we can maybe make a sword as well, and perhaps maybe give the sword a try. Because it is possible that he might be susceptible to slash damage, but I'm not sure. But I think fire sounds like it's plausible, you know? Yeah, I'm not interested with what you have to sell, my friend. Let's just go through here. Actually, we have ran out of stamina. This is not great. One other thing is, I'm not entirely sure, I guess, how often I should be eating, because, you know, the foods last a certain amount of time, but I feel like when you eat them the first time, they actually have, like, better effects, if that makes sense. So sometimes it makes sense for you to sort of start eating the foods before you start getting hungry. I don't know if that's a thing. I could be wrong. Where are we? We are still a long way away. How are we doing for inventory? looking okay. Obviously want to make sure that we've got enough food for the entire process as well. Grab the boar meat and leather scraps. Yeah, I'm really interested in trying to hunt some more boars. We did come across like 3 boars before. Bit of a shame that we weren't really prepared for them. Again, just keeping an eye out for boars. I suppose I should be hunting some more deers as well, but we don't exactly need that many deer hides right now. I say that now, but I feel like we'll probably come to a situation where we're needing them and we don't have enough. I mean, we could spend all day, every day, just like gathering resources, but you know, I'm not entirely sure if that makes for the most interesting episodes of a playthrough. My goal this episode, though, is to definitely try and finish fighting the Elder, because I feel like we've almost had it. We just need to be a little bit more careful about how we do it, and I think, considering what we've learnt, we probably didn't come as prepared as we could. So yeah, here's hoping that the fire arrows are going to do the trick. I'm glad, however, that we didn't need to get more of these elder seeds? What are these called? Ancient seeds, sorry. So luckily, we don't actually need to get more, and the boss literally just sticks around. Okay. Home sweet home. Let's grill some pork. And let's sort things out here. Let's maybe also grill some deer meat as well, since we have some deer meat. And let's just sort out our inventory for a moment. So that goes there. These go there. Bones. Plenty of bones. Just grab all of our food. Got a little bit more. More resins. Again, don't know what to do with all these resins. Weight-wise, yeah, not looking the greatest. Stones. Let's put the stones away. Got plenty of logs here as well, or pieces of wood rather. I don't know if it's maybe wiser for us to just leave a loose pile of woods here. A loose pile of wood right there. Give us a little bit more weight back. That there. And grab our lump of coal. Chuck it in there. Do we have any ores processing right now? Yeah, we do. We could probably just put some more ores in. Sorry, not ores. Put some more coals in, rather. There we go. Plenty of stuff here, but I'm not going to worry about picking anything up just yet. I'm more interested in trying to prepare to try and fight the Elder. So, fire arrows. Fire arrows. What do we need for those? So we need wood, we need resin, and we need feathers. I think we got plenty of resin, right? So let's actually just fetch out all of our piles of resin here, and got this wood that we have. We'll just grab that, and yes, we need the feathers as well. Plenty of feathers. Righto, so let's see how many we can make. So 20 for one batch. I'm not really sure how many we'll need, but perhaps we should actually have quite a few on us, because I feel like it's probably going to be a very long battle, and perhaps maybe having a good amount is wise. We could make some flint head arrows as well as backup. Just need some flints for that. We don't really have many flints, do we? Flint head arrows. We need some wood. I'm not sure if I'm really keen on destroying a pile of wood just for that. Perhaps maybe we can just grab a little bit of wood from here. Very nice. Let's just get rid of the stump. Okay, I'll leave the log over there. Probably don't need to grab that just yet. And yeah, let's see if we can grab a few of these flint head arrows. Actually, we can only craft this one batch. Don't really have enough flints for this. I don't suppose there are any other flints in this area. Okay. Let's just grab all of this stuff. And let's craft a few more flint head arrows. Look, this probably could be overkill, but you never know, right? Alright, let's put some of this stuff back. And yeah, I think it's time for us to sleep. And then we'll be back on our way to try and deal with the Elder. 7 wood, I suppose we can keep 7 wood, that's fine. We've got quite a bit of resin here, let's maybe put that away for the time being. Yeah, I think our weight situation's probably not doing too good because of these arrows, but that's okay. We're going to have to sort of deal with that for the time being. Plenty of boar meat, plenty of deer meat, smoke inhalation, good times. Let's repair all of our stuff And we'll repair all of our bronze stuff as well. We'll have a sleep, and we'll get going. Okay. Again, press the wrong button. I was going to save that for when we fought with the Elder, but that's okay. We'll, we'll make use of it to actually run to the Elder quickly. I think we're ready, so let's do it. Actually, I was gonna maybe have a look at our bronze situation. We could make another 5 bronze. I'm just gonna take a look at the sword. We need 8 bronze for a sword. Do we want to bring a sword? And do we want to try using a sword to try and kill it? I don't know. I don't know, guys. We could. We could. Yeah, right. Why not? Why not? Let's go 10 and then 5. And let's make all of the bronze. So, craft. Alright, good. And we need another 3 bronze. Let's just put that away. Let's just check out what we've got going over here. Okay, we've got plenty of tin, but that's it. Let's actually just split this stack. Let's throw that down there for the moment. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure we need all of that tin, but I think we've got enough copper to make at least 3 more bronze bars. Good stuff. Alright. And plenty of tin so that we could potentially get ourselves like a cauldron, because I think the cauldron just needs tin. But let's... Power not ready. So we need just coals in there. Let's just grab some coals. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button there as well, didn't I? That's why it said power not ready. Okay, so let's grab all of the bronze that we need, and let's check here. We've got wood. We just need a couple of leather scraps. Okay, cool. Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can drop that in. Nice. Okay, so we now have a sword as well. We've got a lot of weapons. I don't know if we want to sort of put a few things away so that we can have a little bit of space for stuff. We've got an axe, right? So we probably don't need another axe. So let's put the spare axe away. We're not going out there for mining, so we can always put that away as well. So, yeah, I figure this is probably okay. I would like to sleep again, but I don't think that's possible considering the time of day. Alright. Our bellies are full. It really is just about getting this job done. So let's get to it. Yeah, curious about this sword, actually. Okay, interesting moveset. Definitely a lot faster as well, so I feel like one of the issues that we have when fighting the Elder is also the fact that we move quite slowly with the axe. They are very sort of heavy and slow swings, and we sort of need to get in there very quickly and then continue to dodge and evade. Otherwise, we might get stomped on. Yeah. I think we should have maybe explored crafting the sword before we went to sleep. And also before we accidentally used the Eikthyr buff, but anyway, here we are. You know what, with any luck, the Eikthyr buff might be ready in the middle of our fight, and that might do us some good. Who knows? We'll see. So, currently, what we're doing is we're also sort of dodging the Elder's attacks, right? I wonder if perhaps having a better shield might negate a lot more of that damage if we tried to block it. I don't know, it just seems like blocking those attacks don't seem to be the answer though, because no matter how good you can block it, I think you still take a little bit of damage anyway, right? I don't know. This could fail miserably, guys. But I'm prepared to take that risk. Ah, what a long run. Bear with me while I rehydrate. Alright. Plenty of carrot seeds. You know, I reckon there's probably like a whole bunch of things that we can do with like different ingredients in the cauldron. Like even all of the berries and the mushrooms and stuff like that. So I'm sort of curious as to how we can maybe improve our character using foods. Maybe if we can make ourselves like stews or something like that. Perhaps maybe we might have like an even bigger, you know, health bar or something like that. That might be cool. Who knows, that might even be the way we win against the Elder, even. Maybe I'm jumping into things a little bit too quick. Yeah, in my mind, because we're sort of playing, I don't know, can you call this an RPG? It could be sort of a quasi-RPG, but, you know, my RPG mindset sort of seems to sort of always say, well, you know, you just need to gather experience and get better equipment, and we have done both of those things. So we should be able to fight against the Elder. That's how I'm thinking about it. But then this game has this whole thing with the mechanic of foods and buffs. So that I can't get used to. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Where is he? Ah, there he is. We'll just dash when he does his attack, and then we'll sort of run normally when he's not attacking. Okay, so we're sort of in the position that we want to be in. Let's see what sword damage does. I still don't want to do anything with these roots, so we're going to completely evade all of the roots every time. Hey man. Okay, I ran in a little bit too quickly there. Okay, let's try these fire arrows. Okay, not bad. He is burning as well. I'm not sure if he is taking burning damage though. Oh yeah, he is, definitely. Tiny bit. I can't say that it is doing as much damage as the normal, like, flint head arrows though, so... But we are whittling him down though, so... Ooh, alright. Definitely not doing, like, really good amount of damage with the sword. But I think perhaps maybe the sword is still the answer because, at the very least, it's a lot faster. So we can get a few more attacks in, potentially. So we'll just do a combination of arrows and swords, and hopefully we can win this. Just need to be patient. Okay, let's continue to run away from these roots. Ducking and weaving. Let's just recharge our stamina for a little bit here. Nice. Okay, I suppose perhaps maybe we do have a little bit of an opportunity there to try and hit him while he's summoning roots. Because he is sort of knelt, or he does kneel down, and perhaps maybe he's got like maybe a weak spot exposed, potentially? I mean, I'm not even sure if that center thing is his weak spot or not, but... Okay, that's a lot of roots over there. I think we're safe over here, actually. Ow. I think this is where we're, again, getting a little bit cocky. Let's not fall into the same trap as before. Okay, we're not even halfway yet. Okay, 244 in terms of weight. I don't really want to pick up any more wood if we can help it, but... Ow. Okay. Again, got a little bit cocky there. Alright, we're not rested either, so things are going to get a little bit more complicated from here. Ow. That's not great. Ooh. Alright, come here. Yes. No. Ah. Oh, no. No. Alright. That is painful. I think we've got a little bit of time in this episode, guys. Let's just have a seat here and we'll just see if we can get our rested buff. So give it a few seconds here. Okay, there we go. Righto. Well, let's just gather a little bit of honey there, and yeah, let's retry this. I think we've got the right idea. We just keep getting caught out, so yeah, I really need to be a lot careful, or a lot more careful, as soon as the rested buff disappears. Now, I feel like if we manage to get to the Elder pretty quickly, we may have a chance of, I guess, entering into battle before it recovers all of its HP. So that's essentially what I'm trying to do here. Hopefully we'll get there before he recovers too much. But yeah, I'm now sort of starting to worry about whether or not we've got enough arrows as well. I suppose the sword tactic wasn't too bad either, if you think about it. I'm sure there's probably going to be a way for us to travel a little bit faster around some of these parts. We did see with some items that there are certain items that you can't teleport. So apparently there are teleporters in this game, of which we've never come across one before, but assuming those are the things that we use to try and travel around pretty quickly. Trouble is you just can't bring certain things with you in those teleporters. And namely ores, which means that, if you're looking for ores, then you've got a little bit of work ahead of yourself to try and bring them back. Okay, we've got the Ichthir buff ready as well. I'm probably just going to save that though, for when we actually get to the Elder. Yeah, coming out here at night was probably not the wisest of decisions. Okay. And now we've got the wet status as well. Not great. I feel like I'm probably being a little bit impatient here. Okay, so we've definitely managed to get here before the Elders reduced recovered its HP. We just need to be extremely careful about retrieving our stuff. I'm having trouble knowing where our stuff is. Ah, there it is. Okay. Okay, we've got more problems than just the Elder, though. Oh. Okay. Okay. Painful. Whew. Let's have a snooze. I think I think going out there at night didn't help. We're probably starting to lose quite a lot of our skills as well, thanks to all these deaths. Do we have any honey? Yeah, we've got a little bit of honey here. We can have some of that. And I don't think I'm going to pick up anything. I think it's doable. We can get there. I think we just had a little bit of a problem with those greylings when we got there. Alright, gonna try this again, guys. And I think, look, the objective now is just about retrieving all of our stuff. And as soon as we retrieve our stuff, we'll be able to back out and put our gear on to start. But also, I don't know. I don't know if we want to continue the fight or if we should back out and sort of prepare a little bit more. It really depends on how much the Elder has recovered in terms of HP. We have slept, right? So assuming that some of its HP is probably recovered during that time that we've slept as well. So there's that. Yeah, Ichthir buff unfortunately disappears, I think, if you die. So yeah, frustrating. Don't worry guys, we'll get there. We're just going through a rough learning process. I seriously thought we'd be able to push this boss over pretty easily considering how long we've prepared. Boy, was I wrong. Oh lord. Okay. Let's go this way. Whew. I feel like everything has respawned now. It used to be that every time we came through here and got close to some of those caves, we didn't really see skeletons all the time. But now every single cave has a skeleton waiting for us in front of it. Alright, so time to cross this... what is this? This is a lake? Maybe a river? Let's just jump across if we can. Don't wanna get wet. I think that probably didn't help in the previous attempt as well. But anyway, here we are, getting very close. Just need to get to our stuff. I don't need to worry too much about actually fighting the Elder. What I might do is actually allow the Elder to maybe approach us from another side, and then we can sort of dash in to try and grab our stuff. Does it even know that we're here? I have no idea. There's a high risk that we might get attacked by other things in the area, though. Okay, we're out. Okay, is this far enough? Maybe. Let's put our stuff on. Let's have some food. And, yeah, I'm not entirely sure about fighting this Elder right now, guys. We might actually call it here. Can we save here? Yes, we can. We might call the episode here, and then we'll have to continue our fight in the next episode. Unfortunately, we still haven't defeated the Elder just yet, but look, we're about a quarter in. Unfortunately, you know, we had it sort of recover about half the amount of damage that we managed to deal to it in our first attempt in this episode. So, look, I think we still have a chance. So we'll go into it in the next one, and we'll try and defeat it then. Let's take a look at our arrow situation. Yeah, look, potentially. We've got about 80 arrows or so. I think we should have enough, hopefully. Alright, leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.